Obviously, his scoring numbers stand out, but what stands out for the rest of his development since you guys have been?
Yeah, it was more about the overall development, and I think it's easy to point to, some big scoring games, and that was really down the list, for us. I mean, sure, it's great, that he was able to have those kind of nights, but it was really about previously, playing the role, defending, and doing a lot of intangibles, and impacting winning. While the rest of his game was improving. Because even the big scoring nights, he will not play like that or have anywhere near that kind of role. With us, it's more about all those other things. And, he earned it. He was extremely coachable, or has been coachable, has had a great positive approach there in Sioux Falls, and you're happy to reward someone like that. On the flip side, you also feel bad for RJ. He put in a lot of time, and he also got better. Some of this is circumstantial, and the injury and the missed time for RJ at the beginning of the season was tough for him. But we still have, or he will have, an opportunity if he chooses to come back to Sioux Falls, and we'll see what he decides. But in the meantime, Alondes, it's great to be able to acknowledge that and reward him.
Well, now that you've had some time and some actual practices to get these guys on the floor together, how much do you find yourself once again kind of adjusting the sliders and the dials on Bam's portfolio in terms of how he's used as a hub with you guys?
Yeah, now with the addition of Terry, it does change the calculus a little bit, because you have another playmaker, another guy that can get in the paint, and the pick and roll combination or handoff combination with him and Bam is good. All the development that Bam has done, it's really for the playoffs, for him to be able to knock down shots, for him to be an aggressive threat, and he's really improved on that for the last 3 years. And we still need that. We need him to be assertive. We need him to be aggressive. The way he's being schemed now, a lot of times that'll be going back to his playmaking. He's getting late coverages, whether it's a trap or a late dig, more of a packed paint, when he's catching it in sweet spots. And that's a credit, to how efficient he became, and now he's being schemed against. So ultimately, these next 3 months, we want to be able to find a flow and rhythm where everybody can play to their strengths, and we're playing off each other, and guys are helping each other play to their strengths.
And then with Jimmy, one of the things Kyle was so good at was getting him the post, and again, those early, deep post-ups. How have you had to readjust things now in terms of especially when you want to go matchup hunting? Yeah,
it's still an emphasis. There's details of how we can give him the ball and get it to him quicker, and to spots where he can operate to his strengths. The reality also is that he's getting schemed more when he is catching in the post, which ultimately is a good thing. It's a good thing when teams bring a second defender, and we'll just continue to make the adjustments how he's being guarded. But the ball does need to find him, one way or another. Whether it's pick and roll basketball at the elbows, top of the floor, or in the post. That's essential for our offense.
Tyler said it kind of feels like a whole new team since the last time you guys played Boston. Just how much do you think you guys have improved since that last game?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, we had to obviously address some things, get on the same page, and sometimes that happens from being humbled. That was a very humbling night, and Boston has played very good basketball, this season. That's why they have the best record in the league. At that time, I mean, it was only, 2.5 weeks ago? It feels like it was 3 months ago. That was part of the reason why we had to face some harsh realities and truths that we've had to address, and we're starting to, find some footing, but we still have a long way to go to get a real breakthrough.
Do you look at these matchups with teams ahead of you in the East? Do you look at it as a measuring stick for you guys, or is it just?
It always is. I mean, I think anytime you can face competition and line up against the better teams and take on those challenges and find a way to to win, I think, is always good for your team. We're not getting ahead of ourselves on this week. Everything is just really about tomorrow. But we have competitors in the locker room. They love these kind of matchups. All right, thank you.
Thank you.